The Bachelorette, two guys leave the mansion with devastating injuries. Not one but two men suffered critical injuries on week 3 of the competition, with one of them being forced to leave the show. But before we get to all that, let's go over two big personalities shockingly coming together for the first time. We're not talking about President Trump's meeting with Kim Jong-un, we're talking about Colton coming face to face with his ex, and Becca's friend, Tia Booth. Colton confessed his past with Tia to Becca on last week's episode, causing the Bachelorette to second-guess their relationship. Becca chose to keep him around, and invited him on a group date at the spa, where Tia was conveniently a guest of honor. According to Tia, she and Colton hadn't seen each other since January, and their relationship fizzled out pretty fast. I mean, I was nervous. The last time we saw each other, this wasn't the scenario at all, but the most we did was kiss, she told Becca. And we never really had, an established conversation about what we were. He just told me early, within a few days of talking to him, he told me about applying for the show. While Tia and Becca both agreed Colton's timing was strange, Tia seemed to have moved on. I was like, what are the odds of actually making it? So say that I know you apply for the show, and we stop talking. What does that accomplish? You're in Denver, I'm in Arkansas. Whatever, we may as well stay friends. Becca accepted Tia's explanation and decided Colton was actually here for the right reasons and gave him a rose. Case closed. Now, let's get to poor David, who injured himself in possibly the most innocent way possible, falling off his bunk bed. We saw the bloody aftermath in an exclusive clip last week, but the episode showed more of the situation from the guy's point of view. As Colton described, David looked like he was attacked by a bear, and doctors thought it was worth it to keep him in the hospital. I'm so used to sleeping on a king-sized bed, David sheepishly explained over the phone to Becca, who promised to think of a better excuse for his injuries. Side note, we feel bad for David because getting your face busted like that must suck, but we're also not really digging his drama with Jordan, except for the fact that we're getting quality sound bites from the male model like that's a bitch move and it's been a pleasure. But back to business, David's injuries keep him sidelined just in time for another injury, one we're actually devastated about because we might just be already in love with the glorious man that is Clay. After 10 years in the NFL, Clay was put on this week's football-themed group date. He brought his losing team up to a tie with an epic play, and then was rushed off in an ambulance after discovering he'd broken his wrist. But being the stand-up, A-plus, quality man that he is, Clay returned for the night part of the date, where he earned Becca's rose. It wasn't until the cocktail party the next night that doctors told him he needed surgery, and Clay, because his family's livelihood depends on his football career, decided to leave the competition. "I feel like it's something I have to get fixed. I want to stay and see where this goes." "I could see us having something great, but I know what I have to do, and I regret it already, trust me," David told Becca, who looked almost as shattered as we did watching it all go down. And because this episode just couldn't get any sadder, which was shocking after that painfully awkward date Becca went on with Chris and Richard Marx. It was spoken word poetry. Why were you freaking out, Chris? And how many times must Right Here Waiting be played in one episode? We wrapped things up without a rose ceremony. But, happy day, we got a juicy promo teasing David's return with a not-so-brainer looking face, and Becca being pissed off because someone isn't being honest. The Bachelorette airs Mondays at 8 p.m. ET/PT on ABC.